and are willing to put in the work, those are the people that we want to take on this journey with us from the start of an idea to the end of an idea. Now, the Ethel Cofie Startup School is not about motivational quotes on, you can do it, you see a nice motivational quote on your wall on a Monday and then the motivation dries out by lunchtime. That's not what this program is about. Now, this program is meant to give you practical points and tips and steps on your journey to become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is hard and entrepreneurship is difficult. It's not an easy journey. And I don't subscribe to the notion that, that everyone must be an entrepreneur. So that's the first step. We're saying that there are some people that are called to be entrepreneurs. There are some people that are better at entrepreneurship. There are some people that have the ambition and are willing to put in the work. Those are the people that we want to. Hello and welcome to the Ethel Cofie Startup School. My name is Ethel Cofie. If you're a first-time viewer of the Ethel Cofie Startup School, let me tell you a little bit about what it is and what it is not. The Ethel Cofie Startup School is not a motivational program to help you feel good on your way to entrepreneurship. It's a practical guide to what you need to do, a step-by-step guide to the entrepreneurial journey from pre-entrepreneurship, that is when you are thinking about the idea, to entrepreneurship itself and as you grow and as you scale. Last week, for those who joined us last week, we were excited to have you back this week. Last week we talked about how to make the jump from corporate to entrepreneurship, and we talked about the habits you must form in yourself, right? So we started on learn how to deal with failure, learn how to sell, learn how to be uncomfortable, and learn how to become a power listener. This week we're going to continue with that and talk a little bit about building success systems. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about the amazing event we had this weekend. So on Saturday we had the Ethel Cofie Startup School workshop, which is the physical events, and we had about 15 to 20 people attending an event. It was an amazing event full of laughter, full of learning, full of knowledge. And we looked at topics like how to put together your business model, how to brand yourself and your business, how to work on your distribution model. And also we looked at how to deal with criticisms and failure during business. So for everyone who attended the event, we're excited to have you. And we're glad you're back listening to us this week. So what do I have in store for you this week? Today is a very practical guide. Let's call it the, the Entrepreneurship MBA, the Practical Entrepreneurship MBA, on how to create systems so that you can work towards your goal daily. Now, everybody has been through this, right? So New Year, you go to church and your pastor is preaching about, the blessings. There are billionaires in this house, and you are resawing all the blessings that are coming. For those that are not Ghanaian, that don't understand, I just mean you're claiming you're in church, whatever religion that you're in church or in a mosque, and your pastor or your imam is preaching blessings, and you're accepting the blessings. You're saying, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire. And then the 31st night ends, you go home and you do absolutely nothing about it, right? So you've gone to get blessings, so you do absolutely nothing. 12 months later, you come back and come and accept the same blessings over and over. I've done it. I've done it over time. We have dreams and goals and ambitions, and we are motivated for 1 second. So you might even be motivated on 31st night, you're motivated. So maybe second and third, maybe in fact, if you are unlike me, maybe the whole of January you were working towards your business. By the end of January, that was it. You stopped working on it, and we're back here. So today is another. It's really to address that, right? So you want to start a business. Your ambition, you believe that you want to run a business. That's your ambition in life. That's brilliant. But today, right now, you're sitting in your office. You're watching us from your office. You're working in a corporate job, and you're motivated at different points in time. It might be New Year, it might be, different. You work on it a little bit, and then you forget about it. A year's time, you haven't made any movement. So today is about how to structure your life and your habits so that it's not, you don't need motivational quotes. Maybe sometimes you see somebody's motivational quote on Monday, then you're motivated. Then maybe Monday afternoon you work on your business a little bit, and then Tuesday forget, right? No, so the plan is today's teach you to go through the steps on how to form success habits. Right, so let's start. Oh, I forgot. So this is the thing I forgot to say. So YouTube last week won the book, which was the book which answered. She was the first person to answer the question on the question we asked about the video. Yes, last week's series. So congratulations to YouTube for winning the book. She's done an amazing job. I think she has a business where I think she's doing charcoal masks. So congratulations to her, and we wish her all the best on the entrepreneurial journey. And we know she's tuning in. This week, we will be giving out a book on leadership, plain and simple. So this is published by the Financial Times. Leadership, plain and simple. One of the things I truly believe in as an entrepreneur is that you've got to lead yourself before you can start leading your business and leading all aspects of your life. So this is a really good book that gives you a practical guide. Again, a practical guide on how to lead yourself and how to lead your business and develop influence and leadership in your business. So I'll ask a question at the end. So you don't know what question I'm going to ask. You've got to listen intently. I will ask a question at the end so that the winner can come and pick up their book. Okay, so let's get back to creating success systems. Creating success systems. If you agree with me, let's go. Step one, you've got to look at your overall goal, right? So let's, for example, say that I am somebody who is, most people will start a business in their area of expertise. So maybe I'm an accountant and I want to start an accounting service for SMEs. Or actually, let's use this example. I am a marketer. And I want to start a business. My entrepreneurial ambition is to run digital marketing services. But right now, I'm in a job and I'm in a role as a digital marketer. You're sitting in your office right now, you're watching me. So the first thing is to have your overarching goal, which is I want to run a business that does digital marketing for SMEs. Okay, that's a really large goal, right? You can't do it all in one day. So you've got to break it down. And maybe you break it down to a smaller goal, and that smaller goal is while I am putting things together to start my digital marketing company, I want to brand myself as an expert in digital marketing, so all SMEs can come to me. Okay, so that's another goal. So you've taken the bigger goal and you've brought it down to a smaller goal, right? So people don't buy from you unless they trust you. So you're trying to solve the problem of trust, of making yourself an expert, right? So that's still a big goal. Break it down into a smaller goal, which is, okay, so every day I want to be able to post a 1-minute Instagram video advising SMEs, giving tips to SMEs on how to do digital marketing. You see, we have this one big goal, right? You have the one big goal, which is I want to run a digital marketing company. Now, and then you have the smaller goal is I want to become an expert so people will trust me. Then there is the smaller goal, which you can do daily. Again, the first tip is pick one small habit you can do daily. So we've broken it down to one small habit, right? Which is I want to daily post a 1-minute Instagram video that gives tips to SMEs. Why do you want to do that? Just from a branding perspective, you begin to attract SMEs to you because you want to be known as an expert. So first thing, find one goal, one small habit you can do daily. Some people can do weekly, but I think you should do something that you can work on daily. You should have that. So that's your first thing. That's the first thing you pick. This is my one thing I want to do every day, to post a 1-minute video teaching SMEs how to do digital marketing And why are we doing it? We want to become we want to be known as an expert in the area so we can attract business to ourselves even before we leave our job to start a business, right? Are you with me? Okay. So now you've done that. You've broken the big goal into one. That's why you must actually, for those of you listening, I would ask you to take a paper and pen because we can't do this in the 30 minutes, but then you can go back and really think about it. Pick a big goal, but break it down till you get one small thing you can do every single day. Okay, so we now have our one habit. Now, scientists will say, because I read a lot of behavioral economics books, so scientists will say to you that in order for a habit to stick, again, we are creating success habits. In order for a habit to stick, you must do it for a minimum of 30 days. And after that, it becomes easier to do because it's part of your life. Look, you and I know that you didn't start out every day waking up and the first thing you do is to pick up your mobile phone. You started doing it, and after a while it became a habit. We pick up habits as human beings all the time, right? If you think back right now, you can think of maybe there's something that 6 months ago you didn't, when you go shopping, you don't buy. Now you buy it every day. We as human beings, we pick up habits. If you do it over a period of time, it becomes part of you, and it becomes, so you don't now need to motivate yourself every day to do it. It is a habit. It's something that you are doing on a day. Give yourself a minimum of 30 days to do it until you are used to it. Now, the third thing is, now anchor that habit, put that habit into an established routine. So let me break that down a little bit. So it should be, for instance, when I decided that, when I was working at the time, I had a job with Vodafone Ghana. Yes, I was working as a head of commercial solutions Vodafone Ghana before I started my business. And I said, I want to be known as somebody who advises companies on how to use technology. And then what did I decide to do? I was going to write an article once a week. But I would research it daily, and I would write the article every Saturday and post it on my blog, right? But I put that habit into an established pattern. So when did I do it? I say, after I get back from work, I eat, and then I sit for 10 minutes on my computer and I research the article I want to write. Did you hear what I said? I decided, I had a part, so it wasn't just, okay, every day I'm going to do this. What time am I going to do it? I don't want to, okay, yesterday I did it in the morning, tomorrow I'm going to do it in the evening. Remember, we're trying to make it a habit for you, right? So be very clear. Say, some people say, after I brush my teeth. There's something you do every day, right? So that should be the trigger. And so for me, my trigger was, after I come back from work and I eat dinner, then I sit at my computer and research for 10 minutes. Don't try and do 2 hours. It's not possible. Don't do it. What we want is for you to work every day at the goal, so that, you know, in 365 days, which is 12 months, which is 1 year, you will look back and realize how much progress you have made. Versus, I want to do everything one day and then you're tired, and then tomorrow you don't do it, and then you don't get anywhere. Again, anchor the habit in something during the day. It could be your lunchtime, right? So lunchtime is 1 hour. I will spend 30 minutes going to find food. Then I come and sit at my desk. And again, if we are thinking that the example that I'm coming with, running a digital marketing company, right? Then it will be, and then your smaller goal is doing a 1-minute Instagram video, right? So now I'm saying, it could be that after lunch at my desk, I will then sit and do a 1-minute I will write down the tips that I want to give, and then do a 1-minute video for Instagram video for SMEs on how to do digital marketing, or how to use social media to sell. Okay, so we've done step 1, which is 1, pick the goal. Step 2, form the habit. Do you agree with me? And then step 3, which is establish the habits within your daily routine. There are things you do daily, establish it in that. Okay, what's the next step? And I talked about it a little bit. So it's step 4 is baby steps. Don't try and solve everything in one day. I don't even think you should do more than 30 minutes on it. Do 20 minutes, do 10 minutes. Because then it's quick, it's easy, then you can get on with your day. Again, you might have a family, you might have things to do, but you're working towards a goal. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 minute. Every day you do that, baby steps. Look, we all think we have the capability of spending 2 hours a day working on our dream, but the fact is that you have a life, you have responsibilities, you have things that you need to do. So you've got to be very practical about how you're getting ready, right? So at the end of the day, want to be your own boss, run a digital marketing company that employs hundreds of people all over Africa. Well, that goal has become, but while you are in your job today getting ready, this is the one thing you can do. One thing you can do to get ready and to attract customers to you while you're getting ready. Baby steps. Okay. Then step 5, which is a fun little step. Before that, I'm going to remind you again about the book so that so that you're writing everything down so that you don't forget. And I think you can answer them in your comments. If you have questions, just put them in the comments and just hashtag it Ethel Cofie StartUpSchool, and then I'll try and read the questions afterwards and see which ones I can answer so that we can have a better rapport. But we're giving up leadership, plain and simple. Learning how to lead yourself and lead your company. So write everything down so that you can remember it. The next step, which is step 5, is make a plan for your obstacles. Okay. So now you know this, optimism is great, right? You're optimistic. Oh, every day I'm going to do this. So what happens is, let's say you say, every day after work, after when I get back from work, after dinner, you might even say after dinner I will take a shower, then I sit at my laptop and I work, I put together the research and then do a 1-minute video on digital marketing. That is great. So what happens the day that you arrive home? Okay, what happens the day that your boss makes you stay in the office till 10 p.m. right? And then you get home at 11 and you're tired. Or you get home and then you have a visitor and you can't ignore the visitor. So plan for obstacles, right? So the obstacles could be in terms of time. Maybe that day something happened, you've got to go to a hospital, somebody got sick, what do? You might be sick, or the weather is bad, or if you live in Africa, the lights went out and your battery is dead. These things all happen, right? Now, you have to actually think through what happens. If I get home and there's a visitor, what will be my course of action? Will I say to the visitor, actually, give me 10 minutes and go away and do it? Or I say, if I can't do it that evening after work, I will wake up at 5 a.m. and do it. Again, you are planning so that when there's an obstacle, you can overcome the obstacle. What we don't want is you made a plan, then something crosses your way. You're sick, your boss makes you stay late, you've had to travel for work, or something happens, and then you don't do it, and then you don't make up for it, right? So plan. Actually sit down. Get a paper. So I'm asking you to get a paper and pen and write it down, and then sit down and actually do this for yourself, right? So what happens if there's an obstacle? How do I recover if there is an obstacle in my daily habits? If my girlfriend comes in when I'm supposed to be doing the work, what is my course of action? Do I tell her, give me 10 minutes, I need to finish this? Or do I make a plan that the next day I wake up at 5 a.m. and I do it? Or that I will then do 2 videos the next day? Whichever it is, make a plan so that you can overcome the obstacles that come your way. So we've done 5, and then the 6th one is to find accountability. So that's easier said than done. And what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying go and broadcast. So you want to be accountable to somebody. You tell somebody, okay, I want to do this every day. I'm not asking you to go and broadcast it on Facebook or tell the whole world, I am going to be doing a 1-minute Instagram video. No, you don't need to share your dreams with everybody, right? But have somebody who understands where you are going and where you want to go, and be accountable to them, so they can call you on if you're making a mistake, or if you haven't done a video one day, or if somebody who can make you accountable. So find an accountability partner. It could be that you are doing the success systems with somebody else, right? So they also, maybe you are doing the 1-minute Instagram video, maybe they are doing a sales, they are learning they are going through a sales training program every day, or something else. So find somebody else and then be accountable to each other, because part of it is the human nature is, sometimes we are better when other people are watching us. We act better when other people are watching us. So find an accountability partner. You are likely to follow through with a commitment when somebody else holds you accountable to it, which is part of why New Year's resolutions don't work, right? So you talk to yourself and you tell yourself, and then nobody else knows you decided, okay, you are going to, you're going to be healthy, or you're going to, you're going to start exercising more, you're going to pray more, Nobody knows it. So the first day you feel like doing it, it doesn't matter. I'll do it again. Find an accountability partner, somebody that can call you up, and that can tell you how you're doing. Then the very last step, we've gone through this really quickly. The very, very last step is rewarding the important milestones, right? So now you've done all this thing. You've set all your success systems. You are doing the video. Week 1, you've done 7 videos. Week 2, 14 videos. The first month, celebrate. In fact, take yourself out. I have a habit of taking myself out to lunch or dinner and celebrating myself. I know it's not a very African thing to do, but it actually helps motivate you, right? So I've been able to achieve this. So you've done, for 3 months straight, you've been able to do these amazing videos, and even somebody reached out to you on DM on Instagram and said, oh, can you, how much you charge for your services? I want to do, a marketing campaign on social media. I see that on Facebook. I see that you're very good at it. How much you charge for your services, right? Because now you have all these videos to show people that you actually know about digital marketing. That when you get that first deal, and you go and do it, you have to do it alongside your job, right? Because I know I've done it before. You in between meetings, weekends, when you get that first deal and you execute it and you make money, you take yourself out. If you want to go and buy yourself a new new mobile phone, whatever, a new pair of shoes, take yourself out to dinner, reward yourself. This is important, so that it's something, you need something to look forward to, right? So we have a whole bunch of things we've gone through, which is, this is the 7th one, the whole bunch of things that we've gone through on success systems. It's not, I think that you might need to look at this video, come back. If you can't do it with a paper and pen now, come later on in the day when you do have the time, you take a paper and pen and you listen to the video, and you really listen through to, and you really take the points one by one, and then you pick your habits, and then you work it through, and you have a plan, so that you know at any point in time that this is what I'm going to be doing. Because I tell you what, at the end of it all, after 365 days, when you go back to New Year's Day, 31st night, now when you are resawing, you have one customer, maybe you had 2 customers, You had 2 customers and you made some money. So now you are not only resawing this year, say, okay, this year, let's say I even made 30,000 from side gigs. So now you are resawing 100,000. You see, there is progress, right? When your pastor is saying there will be millionaires, you can see your path to them. You can see your path to getting more money, making more money, and getting to that business. You can actually see the path. It is not that you are. It's not that you are in the same place that you were 365 days ago. You are in the same place you were 1 year ago. That you are in a different place. So now you don't only just have an idea for a business. You're already halfway to getting to that business, and you have 2 clients who you can now show to other people. 1 or 2 clients you can now show to other people and say, these are my referrals, right? Success habits. Success habits. Okay, so I think we've come to the end of that. I'm going to ask the questions. So you've got the book, which is Leadership Plain and Simple. It's written by Steve Radcliffe, which is a good book on leadership. Last week we made it easy. We made it easy. We said name all the 7 steps. What I want this week in the comments is for somebody to actually use the steps I've given to break down what they want to do. So if you are, I know you're an entrepreneur, you have ambitions of being an entrepreneur, and you're watching us right now, start from the one goal and break down the 7 steps. So write it down. Okay, let's say I am an accounting person and I want to run an accounting service for SMEs. The one thing I want to do every day is this. This is what I'll do when I get upsell. Actually write that out so that I know that you've thought through it. I want to make it a little bit more difficult. I think, what's her name? The lady that won, YouTube, that won, she had it really easy. So we're going to make the questions harder over time. Make it really much harder over time. So answer the questions here, and then you're eligible to win the book. I don't know. I'm going to check. I don't know that if there are any questions on the Facebook. And if there are any questions, I'll answer that. Otherwise, I will wrap up. So we don't have. Otherwise, I will wrap up, and we will come in next week. I'll answer that. Otherwise, I will wrap up. Oh, apologies. Otherwise, I will wrap up. Okay, so I don't know that I see. Okay, so I don't know that I see any questions there. So that's fine. So thank you very much for spending time with me today on the Ethel Cofie Startup School. My name is Ethel Cofie. If you have any questions on anything that I've said, and actually some of the questions next week we might bring them and answer them in next week's session. So just either at Ethel Cofie on Twitter, Ethel Cofie on Instagram, or Ethel G. Cofie on Facebook, or go to www.ethelcofie.com and ask your questions based on what we've gone through today. So it's not about motivation, it's about building daily success systems, right? So if you have questions around that, send that through, and we will attempt to answer them next week. And whoever is going to win this book, best of luck to you. And I think that's it. I've enjoyed spending